Hello everybody and welcome back or welcome to my channel. My name is Ella. If you're new here, hi, welcome. This channel is an eclectic mix of bits and bobs throughout my life. I do lots of videos on different topics. I have videos on my kidney problems and stents in kidney stones, on health and well-being. I'm going to be filming more content in my garden now that I have a lovely garden and I'm getting my little green fingers used to planting things and learning a lot about the garden. I've got little renovation and decorating my room videos and daily in the life videos. Honestly, a little bit of everything, but one style of video that I haven't filmed in quite some time is a review. Now, I love a review. I give honest reviews that are not particularly super duper technical. So if you're after some sort of really technical review, this probably isn't the one for you. If you just want a honest, general person review of a product, this is the video for you. And this particular review is going to be of the Oura Ring Gen 3, which I have now had for 9 months. And I thought it was time I spoke to you about it. 9 months ago, I decided to treat myself. I have been wanting one of these rings for a good couple of years. Ever since I found out about it, really, I've wanted an Oura ring. I've never really been into tracking anything before. I've never had an Apple Watch. I've never had any of those sorts of devices. So having something was really interesting to me, but I didn't want to watch. I kind of got like sensory issues with having things around my wrists, especially when I'm sleeping. Rings, however, as you can tell, I love a ring. And the Oura ring just blends in completely. It's not distracting at all. You can barely even tell that I've got any sort of tracking device on me, which I really wanted because I wanted to be able to wear it all the time. I wanted to be able to wear it when I'm at castings and auditions and not have a bulky thing around my wrist that's distracting, and not having to worry about taking things on and off. So that is why I went for a ring style device. Now, another reason I went with the Oura ring is its ability to sleep track. That was one of the biggest priorities for me in terms of tracking everything. At the time that I got this, sleep was a big issue. It always has been in my life, to be honest. I am a bad sleeper. I'm a bad sleeper, but I also really need a lot of sleep, like 8.5 hours, really minimum for me to be feeling my best. And I also am a massive night owl, so my body clock is often completely squiff. And I just wanted to know what was going on with my sleep. I've kind of been going on a health care, I don't know, kind of just trying to maximize my fitness, my strength, my health and my well-being over the past couple of years. I've got into the gym. I've been doing a lot. Vitamins, supplements, gym, Oura ring, grounding sheet, sauna blanket, like it's a lot. So I have many more reviews to come your way if you're interested in these. Sorry about the birds if they're distracting. But yeah, so the Oura ring was kind of the first step that I took in being able to actually track and see what things that I'm doing help and what don't help my sleep, and that's really interesting for me. Honestly, it's completely changed the way I look at sleep and my health and wellness, and has been really interesting to be able to check in the app whether what the app is saying connects and aligns with how I'm feeling in myself. Most of the time, it does a pretty good job, and having this device has really helped me be in tune with my body and in tune with both when I can push myself and when I need to rest, which is really important as well. So as I said, the sleep score is what I mainly got my Oura ring for. I have loved being able to track my sleep, track my REM sleep, see exactly how much deep sleep I'm getting. I'm actually going to put a whole separate clip of a screen recording within the app so that you can see what I'm talking about here. So here you can see my vitals of the day. There's my readiness score, my sleep score, my activity so far, my daytime heart rate and my daytime stress levels. You can click on either of these to get a more detailed description of what's going on. Here you can see my sleep page. You can see that I got
a really good amount of sleep last night, 9 hours and 11 minutes. Don't mind if I do. And I'm feeling pretty good for it today as well, actually. It always correlates like that. I need a lot of sleep. Most women do need much more sleep than men. I'm just flicking through the past couple of days. You can see the average amount of sleep that I've been getting. Really not that bad. Any of the gaps are when I've just forgotten to charge my ring. Here you can see my activity goal and my readiness levels. It's looking at my body temperature here. I don't know how it does it. It doesn't do an accurate, like, one temperature every morning. I think it does an average. And of course you can flick back through the days like I will do any moment now. And you can see my readiness for the days previously. Some of them have not been so great. I've been feeling a little bit rough recently, so that is why it is all in red. A lot of the time it is all in blue, so it just kind of depends really. This is the heart rate and stress tab. You can see my restorative time and how my stress throughout the day has been. It's really interesting to monitor stress levels and be able to see what might be correlating to me being more or less stressed. It always comes up as stress when I've been to the gym, but obviously that's a good kind of stress. And you can also see my steps. I've only done 2,000 today, but a lot of the days previously I've done many more. I'm usually pretty good at hitting my goals.
I have absolutely loved having my Oura ring for the past 9 months. I do have some critiques of it, considering the price, which I will talk about all of that a little bit later on in the video. There's a few things that I would change. There's a few things that I think are not great for the amount that you're paying for it. But all in all, I do have to just blanket statement say I love my Oura ring and I wouldn't be without it today. Battery life is pretty good, I would say. I think on average this lasts me 4 or 5 or sometimes 6 days. I think they say it's like 4 to 7 days battery life. I'm going to say on average 5 days of battery life I get out of this thing, which I think is pretty good. And then it charges really quite quickly as well. I think it maybe takes like an hour to charge or less. Sometimes I just put it on for like 15 minutes just before I go to bed, and that's enough for it to last another like day and a half. So yeah, I think the battery life for such a small little thing is really good, especially considering with some of the Apple watches and Garmin watches, I think you have to charge them pretty much every day, and I'm just not routine enough for that kind of thing. So a long battery life is definitely another pro. This is like probably, I forgot to mention, the biggest reason for me getting an Oura ring, and that is to track my cycle. I'm a female, I have a period. I'm not on the coil, I'm not on the pill, I'm not on anything. So I needed a way to track my cycle. Now I had tried using Natural Cycles. I'd actually been paying for the Natural Cycles subscription for a whole year before that. I had the temperature thing. I'm not good at reading my temperature every morning. My schedule is all over the place. I don't have like a very scheduled sleep and wake window time. So, and to read your temperature every morning, you kind of have to be quite accurate with that. So it was just not working for me using Natural Cycles and having to like manually read and enter my temperature every morning. I then got the Bluetooth temperature thermometer, which you can just stick in your mouth. It uploads to Bluetooth, so you don't have to like manually do it. But even that I was kind of forgetting to do, and it was kind of a little bit annoying. So I was really excited about the feature of the Oura ring measuring your temperature on average. It doesn't do like I don't know what it does, but it on average measures your temperature. It tells when your temperature is raised a little bit, and it tells you when it is dipped a little bit. And through that, when it's connected to the Natural Cycles app, it can tell you when you are fertile and when you are not fertile. And that is a key feature for me. That is absolutely fantastic. So that is how I now track my cycle. It's fascinating to see when I am fertile, when I am not, when my temperature is raised a little bit, and it does flag when your temperature is raised a little bit as well, especially when it's not normal or not expected, it will raise that flag. Another really interesting thing that I had the other day with the Oura ring was, I know I'd never had this notification before. I made a whole video about waking up in a lot of pain with my kidney stones and kidney problems the other day, a couple of weeks ago. And I was really not feeling good, really feeling like something was not right. And then for the first time ever, I got this notification on my Oura ring app. And I just thought, that's interesting. Like, I knew something was off, I knew something was wrong, and the Oura ring did pick that up. I've never had that notification before, and I've never had such an extreme amount of acute pain while owning the Oura ring. So it did make me really interested in just, it tracking when something is going on with your body and not quite right and telling you to rest. I just think that's really interesting. So far the pros have been, it is sleek. You cannot see the difference between my Oura ring and my other rings, which I absolutely love. It means that my wrist is free, tracks my sleep, comfortable to wear. It is waterproof. I wear this ring doing everything. I wear it in the bath, I wear it in the shower, I wear it to go swimming, I wear it in the sauna. I wear it at the gym when I'm lifting weights and doing whatever else I do at the gym. I wear it when I'm gardening. I honestly wear it all the time, which brings me on quite neatly to one of the cons, which is this thing is so scratched. In the first 9 months, oh my God, the wind. In the first 9 months of me having it, it's just full of scratches. And I don't know what I was expecting when you're wearing something, especially I think the scratches are mostly from the gym, from lifting weights. If you are particularly worried about getting scratches on your very, very expensive Oura ring, which I probably should be, you might want to consider not wearing it to the gym if you do a lot of weightlifting, because the micro scratches on this thing is absolutely insane, and it is bothering me a little bit, just a little bit. I really would have hoped and thought they could have come up with a material for the amount of money that you're paying for it, which I haven't even mentioned yet. This ring costed me, I believe it was £365. I believe. I'm going to put the accurate number on the screen right now, but I think it was £365. So this is a treat. This is one of the most expensive things I've bought myself, other than like my phone, really, and like my Vespa 7 years ago when I bought that. But like in terms of just one product, I do not spend this much money on a singular thing ever, really. So this was a splurge. This was a treat myself moment. £365. I think for that price, they could have come up with a material that was not going to scratch quite as easily. Now, the Oura ring does track steps, it tracks your workouts, it tracks your general fitness and your heart rate and your body temperature, but it's not a fitness tracker, as in it's not like an Apple Watch. I don't think it's as accurate as an Apple Watch would be. I've noticed that it kind of doesn't log when I'm working out completely accurately. I can be in the gym having done like an hour and a half weightlifting calisthenics workout, and it will just see it as if I've walked for 20 minutes, that kind of thing. So if you're looking for something to really accurately track your fitness and your workouts, probably something else would be better. However, it does the job. It does what I need it to. It tracks my steps, which I find really interesting. And in general, it has a good baseline on when I've been active and when I have not. You have to pay extra if you want a different color. Like they do gold and rose gold and lots of other variations. And they also do, I think the Generation 3 also has a ring where it's not completely round. I wanted the completely round ring. However, I did buy this, and then 2 months after I bought it, the Gen 4 came out, which I should have just maybe waited. It would have been a little bit more expensive, but I would like to try the Gen 4 at some point. I would say another con with having something on your finger You have to go through a whole ring sizing process when you order it. So they send out a ring sizing kit. They have, I don't know if it's 6 maybe different sizes to choose from, 6 or 8, I don't know, something like that. I was unsure because I felt like I was a little bit in between sizes. I can't remember what size this is now. I'll put it up on the screen if I remember, but it doesn't really matter. I have quite like chunky fingers, like my knuckles are chunky. And something that I've noticed is, even now, it's quite tight to get off. This hand is much bigger than this. So sometimes I'll wake up, see, I can't actually get it off right now. How bad is that? There we go. Sometimes I wake up and this thing is stuck to my finger because my hands apparently swell during the night, which I think is quite a normal thing. And also I sleep with like a hot water bottle most of the nights on my stomach, especially in the winter. And so having my hands on heat and during the night, my hands swell. And sometimes I wake up and like my finger is suffocating. I need to get this thing off. Luckily, this finger's much smaller, so I just pop it on my other finger and I'm good to go until this finger's gone down. But yeah, maybe something to note. If your hands are like prone to swelling, like apparently mine are, which I didn't really know before I got an Oura ring, that might be something to note in terms of sizing. Along with the £365 that I paid for this ring, you also have to pay a monthly fee for the app. A subscription fee, another subscription fee. Everything has a subscription fee these days. Now I paid it all in 1 year, so I think it was like 65 quid or something. I don't like having just payments coming out of my account. I just would prefer to have the money gone right then and there. But I do think that's kind of crazy when you've already paid so much money for a ring to then have to pay constantly for the app to be able to use the ring as well. I think that's kind of a stupid feature. Like they need to just get rid of that. Just make people pay what the whole process of the ring is going to cost, including the cost of running the app in the initial process, I think. I don't know. So yeah, another thing to note is if you do plan to use your Oura ring for natural cycles, be aware that you have to pay for the Oura ring subscription and the natural cycles subscription. So you're paying double subscriptions, which I just don't think is good enough for how much you're paying for the ring originally. That is a con, I would say. But still gonna pay it because it's still worth it to me. So as much of a con as it is, it's not something that's going to stop me using it because I just find the benefits of it too good to not use it. So all in all, in this very rambly, I hope I've managed to edit this in a way that it makes a little bit more sense, because I have been going from this point to that point, from this point to that point, being like, oh shit, I forgot to mention that. So yeah, hopefully I've been able to edit this in a way that has made sense and been a little bit more cohesive. Like I said, I'm not the most technical person in the world, so it's just a rambly real life review of what I like and what I don't like about the Oura ring. Would I recommend it? If you have a little bit of money to spare, if you can get it as a gift, if you want to track your cycle, and if you want to track your sleep as your top priorities, yes, I would recommend it, because I'm going to continue using it. I really love my Oura ring. I would like to get the Gen 4 because the Gen 4 doesn't have the bumps on the inside, which I'll show you in some close-ups, which I think could be a little bit better in terms of like when my finger swells up and trying to get it on and off. Like those can actually be like, they can get in the way. So I probably would purchase another Oura ring again. Therefore, I have to say, I would recommend it. It's great for tracking your cycle, it's amazing for tracking your sleep, and it's really good for letting you know when you need to rest or when you can push yourself that little bit extra, which is great. I think I can feel that in my body most of the time anyway, but there's something comforting about having it in an app being confirmed to you that, oh, actually, your body does need a bit more rest today, and having that just to validate how you're feeling can be quite nice. Cons, it's scratched so much, it's expensive, and you have to pay subscription fees galore all around if you want to track your cycle as well. Finger swelling, that's kind of nothing to do with the Oura ring, that's just my body kind of thing, but something definitely to note. But yeah, the fact that it's waterproof, the fact that I can just wear it all the time. I wear it in the gym, it's scratched up now, so I'm like, whatever, doesn't even matter anymore because it's already scratched to pieces, so I don't worry about scratching it anymore, which is kind of nice. And it just like blending in with all of my other rings, like I said, you really can't tell which one is the Oura ring, and I love that. So yeah, I would recommend it. I do love my Oura ring. This is a completely honest review. There are some pros, there are some cons, definitely some things that you need to be aware of before you splurge and buy the £365 Oura ring, or probably even more money if you're buying the new generation one. But yeah, if you have any other questions, please let me know. I'd love to answer them if I can in the comments below. And if you would like to see some reviews of all of the other things that I have been doing to like improve my health, wellness, my sleep, my workouts, my strength, my fitness, everything like that, let me know. I will do a video. I think, yeah, I'm probably going to review the grounding sheet at some point soon, and I also would like to do a full-on gym routine video at some point as well. Marley's stuck again. This is what we get when we film in the garden, so I'll get him to say hello before I go. So from me and now Marley, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one, whatever that may be. It is anyone's guess. But let me know if you've got any requests. Give the video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and give me a subscribe if you haven't already. I'd really appreciate that, and I love seeing all of your comments in the comment section down below. Have a lovely day. Bye.